What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special one. We're building a custom interior for a SEMA car for a Mercedes AMG with one of our good friends, Hunter from Cascade Garage. But we're not just building one, we're building 3 interiors. So let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so welcome to another episode here at SOS Customz, where we don't just do wide bodies, we don't just do motor swaps or performance stuff, but we also do interior and everything in-house. So for today's episode is a full custom interior for a Mercedes AMG that's gonna have a wide body, carbon fiber parts, you name it. So the interior has to obviously match. So here are the stock door panels on the car, which are, they're nice, clean. It has like a little red insert, some factory carbon fiber bits on there. Interior alone, this is just factory plastic. This might be leather, I think, at least on that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna fully wrap this door panel. So in doing so, we have to take off all the factory plastic, I guess, rivets you would call, because this is like plastic molded to the door panels itself. So they're really not meant to be taken off, but in order from factory to piece it together, they put these rivets in there and they obviously make it all one piece. There's some components you can take out, which like the latches or any other components, but as you can see, everything's plastic bonded or fused together, which we have to take apart. Kind of like, to give you an example, this is the back door panel, and we took off the insert there and had to take and disassemble a bunch of components on this. So in doing so, we have to find a way to get everything to bond properly back to it. So either we use a combination of some hardware to put on, or like a factory panel bond to put it together. That's not the hard part. The hard part is having everything to wrap properly. And if we're gonna be doing leather, which is a very thick material, as you know, it's harder to work, so I'm gonna show you what we have to do in order to get these door panels to wrap and sit properly, and what we have to do to the leather and the Alcantara to get everything to kind of jive together. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so this is the panel, as you saw, that we took apart, and we're kind of mocking up that piece we just sewed. Check it out. And just like that is done. No, there's a lot more work to do. But this leather is, originally it started as obviously a standard hide, but the process that we use is called skiving. So we have to send it out to one of our partners to make the leather a lot thinner. In doing so, it allows the leather to form and shape easier, stretch and contour, because if it was the original like thickness, it'd be way too hard to work with. And so this has been thinned down. There's different measurements that they use for the skiving. So we went with kind of like a medium, not super thin, but we did skive some other leather a lot thinner, like to wrap other components, meaning like the dash. The dash has a lot of contours, as you can see, but we're gonna have to throw some stitching because there's just no way to do it all in one piece. There's just, unless you vulcanize it like with a press. But here's an example of a thicker, I don't know if you can see the material, but now that it's skived, I mean, it's a lot thinner, which makes it more pliable to use and to wrap certain components. So this thing's gonna be a tall task because we're gonna have to throw some nice stitching. We'll finish wrapping the door panel so we can show you what that looks like with the combination of the Alcantara that we're using as well. I think have a piece of the Alcantara. So Alcantara it's like a similar thickness too, but obviously this material, as you can see, is more pliable. It's a lot nicer. So it's a super fine, I guess you would call it a suede style, but it's Alcantara. This is what the combination we're going to do. We're going to be doing a combination of black Alcantara, and we're going to be doing orange stitching on the Alcantara to kind of contrast all that. So it's going to come out really, really nice. All right, guys, so we finished sewing up the Cascade orange interior on the AMG. So I want to show you guys putting everything back together. I have the headrests, I had them embroidered, got everything sewed up. We're going to be installing the seats. Door panels are put together and they're looking really, really good with that orange and black Alcantara and the carbon fiber. It looks really good. So I'll show you guys that. Finish putting together the seat to get this thing wrapped up. We finished putting the seat together. Feast your eyes on this. Sheesh! Custom embroidery Cascade on the headrest. All leather Alcantara. Custom design with the thicker stitch to kind of be able to show off the stitch pattern, and contrast stitching on the leather. And man, it came out really, really good. Obviously orange is a very bright color, but overall I think it came out really nice. And we have all the door panels matched up, so I'll show you guys the door panels next to it. But man, drop a comment, tell me what you guys think of this color combo. That black and orange is looking good, and just in time. Halloween's around the corner. But I mean, these interiors, when they're like this, like very bright colors in the respectable car that are going to go with it, really pops and makes everything look really good. So really happy how it turned out. Let me show you guys how the door panels turned out. Alright guys, so we officially started interior number 2, which composes of a blue leather. It's really nice leather, very bright, but it looks really, really good. I'm really happy with this color. Let me show you what we got finished. We have the back door panels will look really, really nice. Same design as the orange ones, but obviously different color. Looks really good. The front panels are here. We're doing the same, not a contrast stitching, but we're leaving it the same blue stitching on it. Obviously with the blue components, we still have to put together the center insert, which is going to be Alcantara with the stitching. But as you can see, same process. We have to take off the whole panel underneath to be able to get to those inserts, glue everything down, then we can do the insert of it. The other panel that we have already cut and marked is the panel for the insert of that door panel, and we also have the dash. So we'll show you the dash once we get it put together. But here is the other panel for the door panel that we have. So everything's coming together. Show you guys how we're assembling the door panels later, and we'll show you the seats. The seats are going to come out really, really dope, so I'm really excited to show you that soon. I want to show you guys the progress of the dash. We're sewing up the dash. We're adding some nice contrast stitching on it and kind of modifying the dash to look a little different. So hope you guys enjoy it, but let me show you guys what we got. This is the dash. We sanded, prepped it. We already put glue. As you can see, some pieces are already wrapped, but this is something different that we did. So this stitch, you're like, well, how did that get ended there? So we actually cut the dash, the original dash, in that area, and then tucking the leather in. So when this piece lands here, it's going to be tucked in there, kind of looking like an OEM style finish. As you can see here, almost like it's a two-piece, but it's something that we were able to create without adding, I guess, more stitching, but looking more like an OEM finish detail. So we have this is going to be all blue. We have the blue console looking really good. This was pretty pain in the ass because I want to see another C63 console that's been wrapped, because this thing was not meant to be taken apart, but we found a way to do it. We wrapped it. It looks great. So right now we're finishing up the dash stitching. As you can see, we're doing blue on blue stitching here. Get this thing wrapped up. Alright guys, so we're on the final stretch on the last interior for the Cascade Mercedes. Down to the last panels, which are the door panels. That's the last thing we have. And I believe we have a steering wheel we need to finish, and we're done. The car needs to leave by tomorrow, and today's Thursday, and on its way to SEMA. So right now, because it's a four-door car and it has, you know, the two back door panels are different, this is what the factory door panels look like. So pretty basic, like a molding here, armrest this. We took them apart, but in order to do the two-tone on this, we ended up grabbing another piece of vinyl so we can kind of lay out what we're gonna have to do. And we're trying to make it where we don't have as much stitching, but unfortunately for everything to lay properly, we're gonna have to throw some stitching on this side and on this side, but it'll be a nice contrast stitching to make everything look good. This interior is blue and white, but they all carry the same similarities of the stitch pattern that's diamond from, you know, from the start to finish on the insert here. So we have the parts laid out. Now we know we're gonna start cutting everything on the pieces for the door panels, trim all the leather. We do have a little bit of the sample process here, kind of the same as the seats, where it starts like this and we stitch it over. Obviously this panel is gonna be smaller, but we got the gist. What we need to do, start cutting stuff out, sewing it, and start installing it, because we're running out of time. So let's go. Alright guys, so that completes the 3-car interior series for the Mercedes for Cascade Garage. These door panels came out super sick. Really happy how they turned out. I want you guys to drop a comment on the video and tell me what you guys think. Which one was your favorite color? Was it the blue with white? Was it the orange? Was it the all blue? Or, you know, which one was it? Which one was your favorite? I'm really happy how this turned out. Normally on the channel we install all the interior, so this was a little bit different because there was multiple people working on the car. He had it up in his garage, there was parts coming in. This is a little different, so I want you guys to drop a comment, tell me what you guys think. Next time you'll see these cars and get a good look at these, they will be at SEMA, so can't wait to check them out. We'll see you guys there.